Hey y'all. Wow. All I can say is thank y'all so much. And if you notice, yes, I did buzz my hair off. I got to where the pain was so bad. Hey Elizabeth. Hi Gary. We got to where the pain was so bad I was starting to black out. So the heat had to come off my head. So it'll grow back, I hope. If not, how y'all think of Dolly Parton week would look? How are y'all doing tonight? Oh my goodness. Thank y'all so much. I can't believe this. Hey Janet. Yeah, you'd have to call me Jolene, but I'd have to get auburn hair. I'd have to get an auburn Dolly Parton wig. And get me one of them things that cinches you all up. Hey Johnny. Yes, I'm almost there. I'm 3 short. But this is awesome, y'all. This is awesome. Thank y'all. This would not have happened if it hadn't been for y'all and the Crockers. So, and I ended up using the clippers, cutting the hair off because the pain got so intense I couldn't take it no more. All right, Johnny, you'll be up here before you know it. Oh, was it? I think it was you that said I was almost there. Hey, Pam, are you serious? I've already went up 5. Well, I tell you what, you're gonna like them, Elizabeth. You're gonna like them. They're some of the best kids you'll ever meet, and they are hilarious. Hey, Lance, how are you, darling? But I had to get the heat off my head, and then once I did, man, y'all look at all that gray. Doing awesome, brother. Well, thank you. It is a burr in a way because I used the longest guard I had for my clippers, and hubby come home and he just looked at me and said, "Hello, Butch." I told him, I said, "You go ahead, you make fun of me, you do whatever you want to do." I said, "But at least that heat is off my head and that the shingles can start healing now." I am really getting there. Look at that. I didn't realize I had that much gray until I went to cutting it all off. Oh, Pam, it wasn't that I was brave, darling. I was in so much pain. Hey, Jamie, I was in so much pain. Hey, Crazy Jay, that it had to come off. It got to the point the pain was getting so bad, I felt like I was fixing to pass out. So, well, thank you. I look okay in a burr. I told Rick, I said, well, if it don't grow out, I said, I'm going to go buy me one of them there Dolly Parton wigs. I said, I always wanted to look like Dolly for a little while. Well, thank you, Stephanie. It wasn't cut this short because I meant for it to be. It was a necessity. If you ever get shingles on your head, you'll understand. Oh, they're horrible. It's like molten lava. Well, thank you. Rick called me Butch. I told him, I said, let me go get a flannel shirt. I would have put on a flannel shirt too if it hadn't been so blame hot. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, sometimes that vaccine causes them to break out. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, darling. I didn't know I hit 2,000 until somebody come in here telling me I was at 2002, and I was like, what? Because the last time I had checked, it was 1997. But I want to thank y'all. Y'all are the ones that did this. I'm going to do my best to not cry tonight because y'all had enough of my blubbering last night. I'm going to try. Can't make no promises, but I'm going to try tonight, ball. You got the shingles when you was on vacation? Well, see, my uncle has them, my mama's baby brother. And where he got them was the exact same place I get them, which is on the head. And man, he keeps his hair cut. I can't keep my hair cut that short. Well, thank you, Pam. Well, come on. You make it this far, Johnny, I will make sure you take home a goat. No, they're not. They hurt. Hey, Bella. Girl, I am jealous. I love that cake stand. And get this, I go to Dollar Tree to get the mugs. I needed 4 mugs, 4 of those little lemon mugs to have my service of 4. They only had 3. Girl, I am not driving 60 miles to get a $1 cup. Oh, you're not allowed to have the amount of chickens you have already. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Janet. That man had to be 14 years old and having to deal with them. Oh, all right, Thomas. I won't give you a goat. May send some chickens home with you. Exactly. I went ahead and got the 3 cups, but you talk about heartbroken. I needed one flipping cup, just one to complete my set. Let Thomas bring me some bacon seeds. I need a bacon seed, Thomas. I need a bacon seed, a pretty spotted one. I got black ones, but they're not good for bacon. They're pot bellies. Oh. Oh. You bring me a bacon seed and I'll send you some chickens. You just don't get rude. Yeah, well, our Dollar Tree, they got them in Friday. By Saturday, everything was gone except for 3 mugs and wine glasses. They had a crap load of wine glasses, but everything else was gone except for the 3 mugs. And oh, there was one bowl left. And I was like, really? I only needed the one more mug to complete my set. And the only way I'm going to be able to get it is if I drive 60 miles the opposite direction to get it. And I'm sorry, $1 mug ain't worth 60 miles of gas and plus tolls. Oh, you used to have potbelly pigs, Jamie? Well, you'll see my potbellies on the video. I tell you what, people, I have had issues today. I go out there with my camera. I had my camera all up, going, got my video recorded, come in the house, hooked everything up to my computer, and get it downloaded, start working on the editing. The editing crashes, and I lost it all. So I had to go back out there tonight and try to use my phone. Now I'm gonna have to try to upload it after all this so y'all can see the critters. You'll get to see. Oh, and I wanna set something straight, okay? In the video where I said I'm faster than the machine, I'm faster than the little machine I have that's a milk machine. The reason we got the machine is because I was having to have surgery that is going through my wrist into my heart, and I wasn't allowed to use this hand for 2 weeks. So, the mornings, hubby couldn't milk for me because he had to be at work. So, the only way I was allowed to milk was if I used that machine. Machine for those 2 weeks till my hand healed. And it's one of them little battery. I don't know if you've seen them on Amazon or not. They're one of those little battery handheld. Trust me, I can milk 5 goats by the time that thing gets one goat done. Oh well, thank you, Bunny. But I didn't want y'all to think I was saying that I'm faster than all the machines because I ain't. I am faster than my little machine. But don't get me wrong, that little machine does the job if you want to stand out there 20 minutes or one goat. But I was having to milk 2 goats. Thank goodness I'm only going to have to milk one now. I've got to get me a weaning pen built where I can get Cream, Peaches' sister, off of her mama Maud, and get the Kiko babies off of their mama Pandora. Pandora had triplets, and it meant they're sucking her down so bad I can't keep them fat because they're being sucked down so bad. So I've got to get a weaning pen built to put the babies in. Your pigs aren't potbelly, but you are? Well, I'm potbelly and my pigs are potbelly. Well, thank you, Linda. Honey, I was hurting so bad, I just took the clippers out and buzzed it. It is a burr. But as you see, you can see how thick my hair is, and this is a burr. Well, Elizabeth, Pandora is a sweetheart. Yeah, my pigs are just potbelly pigs, Janet. They're just pets. don't have any. I don't have any bacon yet. Yeah, I do have hair, and I have enough for 10 people. I would give you some of it, Lance. I would. Ooh. Hey, Kiss My Grass. How are you? That's right, Red. Yeah, I would never remember. I would remember it. I just wouldn't be able to pronounce it right. See, I can't even say pronounce right. Well, I tell you what, Lance, you want me to send you everything I cut off my head? There was a wad. I mean, there was a wad. What kind of tiny camper you wanting, baby? Because I might just have what you need. I've got a little 20-footer. Well, it won't. If you glue it all over, including where your hair is, it'll match. You won't have to worry about it. Linda, you have real thick hair too? Well, Johnny, I have a 20-foot camper. That we are needing to get rid of. It needs a little work done to it. Does your 6-cylinder have a fifth wheel hitch? Because a 6-cylinder will pull this one easy. It's got the aluminum floors. It's called like a featherweight or something like that. It's got the floors that'll never. Yeah, I had to, Beach. It was, the pain was getting so bad I was about to pass out. So, well, Red, I took the. Yeah, it's a fifth wheel. I took the clippers and turned my head upside down and just buzz cut my whole head. I had to get that heat off my head. Well, it wasn't because it was hot, babe. It's because of those shingles. And the shingles was hurting so bad I was about to pass out. So I buzz cutted her. Hubby come home and looked at me and goes, "Hey, what's up, Butch?" Thank you, Red. Night, Lance. Yeah, Johnny, that one I have is a fifth wheel. It has it doesn't have wood floors. It has aluminum floors, so they don't rot out. Yeah, he come home. "What's up, Butch?" I looked at him. I said, "You think, Butch?" I said, "Let me go find me a flannel shirt." I can't remember what brand mine is. I ripped my tooth. Thank you, D-Day. So what all have y'all done today? Oh, I've got the broad football player shoulders, or the linebacker shoulder, and the linebacker build. But I'm gonna tell you what though, it's amazing I found a husband Because if it was nowadays and I was looking for a husband, I wouldn't be able to find one because I'm kind of more manly than a lot of them. Uh, oh, you hung a barn door? Well, I hope you don't have the trouble I had, Red. I was doing a video today, got it downloaded, went to use my photo editor. That thing crashed. I lost everything. I mean, everything. It wiped out my pictures. I was like, what? Hey, Cheryl, how you doing, darling? Yeah, I lost it all. It's a good thing I had just went and redone my computer, so I didn't have that much pictures on my computer. All right, Pam, love you, girl. Am I buffering there? Am I buffering for y'all? Because honestly, our internet out here lacks a lot to be desired. So am I buffering to the rest of y'all? Sometimes I buffer. You're having no problems, and you live out in the middle of nowhere. Well, when the kids pulled up after they followed me, I met them in McAllister. Hi, Maria. I met the Crockers in McAllister, and they followed me out here. Hey, Joe. Thank you. And when they finally pulled up, I looked at them and grinned, and I said, "Welcome to BFE." And they just busted out laughing. They said, "Man, you do live out in the middle of nowhere." I asked them, I said, "You think you'll be able to find your way back?" And they said, "I hope so." Hey, AJ. Hello, Mary. Southwest Missouri. Well, I'm in southeastern Oklahoma. Well, my nearest neighbor is deer, but I do have neighbors. They're about, one of them's about an eighth mile that way, and the other one's probably about a quarter mile that way. I don't have any in front or behind me, and I don't have none in front of me. So I tell you what, I was born and raised in BFE, and I don't want to leave it. They can bury me here. I think I locked a dog in my bedroom. I hear crying. Oh, and the mom for you to babysit. Oh, she's cooking. Hello, Cheryl. Oh, thank you. Hey, Corbin, how you doing, hon? You know, approximately where I'm at, living the sticks. Night, Kevin. You take care, babe. So how many? I know Lance was from Oklahoma. Okay, gals from Oklahoma. Is there anybody else in here other than me from Oklahoma? Because so far we've got Missouri, um, New York, and I can't remember where half the others are. And Brazil, Indiana, Virginia, Gulf Coast, Ocean Springs. That's Texas, right, Beach? Hey, RV Ash. Oh, Wisconsin. Wow, we're all over. Idaho. South Mississippi, Minnesota. My goodness. Y'all keep it up and we're going to have all the 50 states. Home of the hippies. Yeah, I think you was telling me on one of your videos when I asked you something. I think you was telling me you live by Woodstock. Montana. Wow. So Johnny, how long do you have, how do I put this? How long is your cottage being rented out? Good night, Crazy. Thank you for coming, darling. Hey, Max, how are you? And I'm sorry if I miss people. I don't mean to. I am doing my best. Yeah, she was having trouble speaking English, and I was having trouble reading what she was, because I don't speak Brazilian. So I was like, I need somebody to. We need Max for a uh, translator. What is she saying to me? Oh, thank you, Maria. Yeah, mine's slower, but I'm not used to having. I'm used to having like maybe 10 people come in, and it's and with me being half blind, it's kind of hard for me. Ah, thank you, Max, for thanks, Frank. Yeah, if it don't grow back, I think I'm gonna buy me a Dolly Parton wheel. I don't know how to speak Spanish, but will you tell her thank you very much? Not Thomas. Thanks, Joe. Y'all, I have locked the dog in the in my bedroom, and he's crying. I'm gonna have to let him out real quick, and that blame cat will probably run in here. I am from Oklahoma, honey. Thanks, Bubba. Let me go let Domino out of the bedroom. He got locked in a while ago. Big whiny baby. You big whiny baby. And yes, here comes the cat. There, you crazy cat. Damn. I hear you. Get your Bobo out of the camera, please. Hey, that's my water. You got water over there. Nuh-uh. That's my water. Tell her I'm sorry I don't understand Spanish. I want to learn it. Yeah, that cat. If I was a drinking person, she would cause me to drink. Y'all are from Brazil, all right? So y'all speak. Is it? No, it's not Italian. I remember enough Spanish. I only know bad words in Spanish. Rio de Janeiro. Oh wow, I bet it's pretty. Not not Liz. I bet Rio de Janeiro is beautiful, isn't it? I've seen pictures, and the pictures I've seen were just, ah, gorgeous. Hey, Lisa, welcome, sweetheart. Is Portuguese the language? I don't know, but oh, I was trying to fix it. I, well, I do appreciate y'all coming in. Frank, she's trying to speak to us. She does. She speaks. I want to say, is it Portuguese? She's from Brazil, and so Max is trying to translate for her. Good night, Ash. And you have a blessed night, honey. And you crazy cat, please get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Frank didn't mean to delete it. He just hit the wrong button. Well, my question would be, what's the weather like there? How expensive is it there? Oh yeah, with Tammy. It's easy to accidentally hit that wrong button. Oh man, let me tell you. I've hit it a couple of times and I'm like, oh, oh, is that oh or oi? Beach family is in Mississippi. Okay. So it's hello, oh or oi or hola. Hey Maria. Hola. Okay. So is it is sort of similar to Spanish. So it'd be gracias for thank you, and um, that's so awesome. Hi Sheila, how are you, darling? I'm doing good. I was having a lot of issues with the shingles, but as you can see, I buzz cutted my hair, so now air can get to my head, and it's not near as tender as it was. I mean, it's tender. Don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like I have molten lava on my head now. But it was getting to the point. The pain was getting so bad. It I was blacking out or trying to black out. It depends on the price where you live in Rio de Janeiro, in the city. Ah, so is gracias thank you there? Oh, I'm trying to thank you very much. If you earn in the dollar, it's fine. So now what do you in y'all's pay over there? Is it like uh, dineros? Is it um, pounds? Is it francs? Is it okay? What is y'all's money in Brazil? Is it is it India that has rupees? No. What I'm asking is, Max, is like the main money there. Is it dollars like American dollars? Is it like pesos? Is it like uh yeah, rupees is India. The only thing I know how to do, baby, is when you click subscribe, there's a little bell to the side. Sometimes you have to click that sub twice before the parentheses come on. The average, yeah. What is Brazilian money? I mean, if you didn't have the dollar, what would Brazilian money be? Oh, you don't have a bell at all? Brazil's. Ah, okay. Hey, Miss B. Hey, Carla. How are you, sweetheart? Hey, Tim. Thank you very much. We are trying to learn what they speak in Brazil. Y'all's gonna teach us. Y'all's gonna teach this old woman new tricks. I know this in Spanish. I know por favor, which is please. I know gracias, which is thank you. And I know hola, which is hello. You can visit here and you pay less. Oh, wow. So Brazil would be cheap compared to America? Because I may say my money moved to Brazil. Oh, real is the money down there. Uno is one. Ah, one moment, please. I read that. I read that. I read that. I read that. I've never been to Japan. I want to go. I want to go to China too. I just want to see all those pretty little neat buildings. I don't want to see their big old stores and stuff. I want to see the real pretty ornate buildings. And that stuff. I don't know what that meant. Thank goodness for Google. Yeah. Wait. Oh, well, thank you, Dave. Yes, I would love to visit Rio de Janeiro. I think it would be awesome. But I was also told it was very dangerous. So I don't know. Mm, Quebec? Good night, beach. Thank you, sweetheart. So is Rio de Janeiro dangerous like we hear? Or is that just the media trying to? Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. And I'm sorry, my simple home, if I hurt your feelings the other night. I wasn't trying to at all, sweetie. I was just trying to warn you about what was in the video, and I didn't want you to get in trouble. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mary. You take care, sweetheart. Well, thank you, Sheila. If it wasn't for y'all, I would have never made it. Y'all are the one that did this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ah, okay. All right, Tim, you take care, sweetheart. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to tell everyone thank you so much. Y'all don't know, y'all have no clue what y'all mean. I mean, this blows my mind. Never in a million years would I dream that I would hit over 2,000 people. Thank you, Monica. But it's y'all that did it, you know? It's y'all. Y'all are awesome. That's all I have to say. Y'all are some of the most nice people I have ever met. And everybody that has come in here and that's come from the other channel, I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a nicer bunch of people. But I have met more wonderful people on YouTube than I have bad people. And that means a lot because it tells me that there's more good people out there than there is bad people. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You be blessed too. Oh, honey, I just did what I felt God wanted me to do. And then when I did that, you talk about God blessing me. God blessed me with y'all. And I couldn't ask for anything more. I've never heard of it, Dave. Honey, it's not that I really like to smoke. I would love to quit smoking. It's just, it's easier said than done. I started smoking when I got stressed out, and the day they told me I was pregnant with my son, I quit cigarettes. I didn't pick them up for 10 years. Then I got divorced, then I married Rick. And then one night, my nerves got so bad and he smoked. I told him to hand me a cigarette, and it's been that way ever since. Yes, it's wonderful. All right, I missed something, Cheryl. Oh, in the milking the goat. Yeah, I tell you what, it was so funny trying to Jared. I told him, I said, honey, there may not be enough milk in her to milk now. He goes, we're gonna go with that. That sounds good. I've tried to quit smoking. I did quit smoking when I caught pneumonia. I quit smoking for 3 months, and my oldest son moved back home. And it was either me smoke or go to prison for killing him. I chose the latter too, because I sure didn't want to go to prison. You crazy cat. I like to talk to my subscribers. For one, if somebody's having a bad day and they need someone to talk to, I want to be there for them. And I know a lot of people have asked me, well, why do you say, remember the world's a better place because you're in it? Well, the reason I say that is I have lost 2 family members due to suicide. I do not want to lose none of y'all. I want I want y'all to know you are loved. This world is a better place because you're in it, because there's only one you, and there's only one person like you, and you bring something to this earth. So no matter how bad things are, there is something that you bring to this earth that will be missed. Actually, oh yeah, yes I do. I'm Dana Brown on Facebook. It should be the same picture. Well, it's just blowed up. It's with me and my grandson, and the faces are blowed up. I started buying my land from my dad when I was 19 years old. 3 acres. I have 23 acres. And I need fences on all of it. My goodness gracious, the fences around here are getting so dilapidated. But yes, I am. I'm Dana Brown, and I'm on Facebook. And if you want to, if somebody needs to talk to me on Skype, I go type in download Skype, type in Bitty Boo 44. Tell me you need to talk, and I will be there for you. I don't care what time of day or night it is. I will be there for you. But I just want everyone to know that they are loved. They do bring something to this world. And that, you know what? Tonight might have been a bad day, but it won't always be bad. I appreciate that, Red. And like I said, that's fine with me, Frank. You've got my phone number, and if anybody else needs it, I'll give it to them. I ain't got a problem with it. All I ask is if you call and the answering machine picks up, call back because it takes me a minute to find that crazy phone. All right, honey, when I get my phone's going off, but I don't know how to add people I am not very technically savvy, okay? That's one reason my videos are not really edited. Because I just frankly don't know how to do it. And if you want to know me, then you're going to see me, flaws and all, So, but as soon as I get off of here, I'll go to my Facebook and I will start adding people. Or start accepting people. Boy, this thing's blowing up. Y'all's right. It's blowing up. But I don't have problems giving people my phone number. If somebody needs to talk, I'm going to be there for them. You get it as a go? Yeah, I probably will. I probably will. So, but I love to help people. I love to be there for people. Well, I didn't shave it, but yeah, it's pretty short, Josh. The pain got so bad today that it it was causing me to feel like I was gonna black out. So I had to get that heat off. So I had to get the heat off my head. And once I got that heat off my head, I went and took a shower and then started running cold water. And man, it was like pain and everything was being relieved. All right, Johnny. Yes, I do have native. I am Cherokee and Choctaw. Irish. I'm Dutch, but I'm mainly Cherokee and Choctaw. And I do not have a roll number. So I don't get none of the free goodies everybody else gets. I work for everything I get, so. Okay. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I feel for you. My son's having to take insulin too. So, but y'all don't know. Y'all just don't know what you mean to me. It is hot in Oklahoma. My gosh. What part are you in, Josh? You might have told me in one of the deals, but I don't. You gotta remember, I have had a stroke, so my short-term memory kind of sucks. Are you in Elgin? What's not working well, Matt? Down by Lawton and Alpha. Yeah. Well, I'm down by McAllister. Well, somebody sent me one stating that they were. Somebody sent me one saying that they were in Elgin. Another one sent me one saying that they were in Stillwater. And I'm trying to keep everybody. Well, 60 miles from where I'm at. Well, Dave, my grandfather, said that he wasn't going to be known, he was a man, he wasn't going to be known as a number. He refused to take it, and I know that his family that did take it, he disowned them, so I don't know who they are. That's the only thing. Well, it was my my great grandfather, or my great grandfather. One of them disowned his family because they took the number. So I don't get the good stuff. I don't get the free medicine and medical, and I had to pay for everything I got. So you know what? That's okay. At least I know I worked for it. You know what I mean? Never was much one on handouts. So you get it from the BIA. Well, it's pretty warm here in Oklahoma, darling. We had a rain come through, and when that sun come out, my gosh, the humidity would suck the life right out of you. Yeah, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, yeah. I kind of wish I could get the Indian card. It might help with my heart. Oh, there's a quarter. I'm a quarter. No, I'm a quarter. Oh, well, honey, I had this one made. I don't have no merch. I was in town, and there was a guy on the side of the road, and he makes T-shirts and stuff for a living. And I just, well, this was before I was even took on Bitty Boo. Uh, see, Bitty Boo was my little pug. So this is actually Bitty Boo. Well, it's nice to meet you, honey. If I can find some place that help me fix to where I could get merch, I would try. I'm gonna go and just publicize it because uh but this is actually when my little pug died, I had this shirt made for remembrance of her. And then I took her name and put on my channel. So, I mean, this was my best friend. She was my heart and soul. Oh man, when that when that rain come through today and then that sun come out, oh my goodness. It just sucked the life right out of it. I'll have to check into it, Dave, but I have to say it would be nice to have it for the medical. It would be awful nice to have it for the medical because let me tell you, let's see, just the heart surgery I had two heart surgeries. What was it, Frank? And I had one in October and November, didn't I, Frank? Or what? No, it was August and November, wasn't it? And just each one of them a piece was a little over $200,000 each. Good night, Monica. Yes, my husband is Cherokee, but he don't have a roll number either. Thank you, Carla. Thank you very much. Yeah, not everybody can do it. But I have found where one of my great grandfathers on my great great grandfathers on my mother's side, I even got his where he was one of the Texas Rangers. He was an Indian scout for the Texas Rangers. He made a whole $6 for the year. His name was J.R. Armstrong, originally from South Carolina. And I found the records where he was one of the Texas Rangers. No, Josh, honey, I don't even know what any of that is. I love coffee. I love coffee. Okay, advanced directives. Oh yeah, I do have do not resuscitate. Yes, I do have that in place. If I am to die, they are not to resuscitate. I did that after I died twice. They kept bringing me back, the buggers. I need some coffee. I tell you what, I really do. I used to drink iced tea in the morning. Does that count, Red? Used to when I'd wake up, I'd grab a Dr. Pepper. Then I got to where I was drinking Pepsi. Then I got to where I was drinking Coke. Then I went back to Dr. Pepper. Then I went to tea. And now I do coffee all day long. Hey, prepare yourself. How are you, sweetheart? Hey, we all get busy, darling. Don't worry about it. Well, I sure wasn't happy they brought me back at first, but now I'm happy with it. I was a little mad about it at first because they told me, they said, well, you died twice. And I looked at them and said, you brought me back. Why? But that was back when there was a lot of issues going on. And the only thing I seen when I died was me hovering above my body. And I thought, this is cool. I know that sounds stupid. And then the doctor saying, Miss Brown, come back. Miss Brown, don't you leave me. Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up and I'm like, dang it. But that was so flipping cool because I remember looking down at myself. I remember looking at them, watching them operate. No, man. No, I have that taken care of, Josh. Yes, I do have that taken care of. But it was so cool. I mean, I have to say for Perry, it was cool. It was cool because I was like, wow, this is neat. And I was just watching them, but I could feel myself getting higher and higher. And then next thing I know, doctor's hollering, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown. And I'm like, stinking on it. But I do remember hearing a voice. I remember hearing a voice. I think it was my papa. I'm not sure. You guys, I haven't heard my papa's voice since I was 4 years old. I remember a voice saying, we're not ready. You're not ready yet. You got to go back. I do remember that. But I never got to, as far as seeing anything, the only thing I seen was me hovering above myself and hearing the voice. Yeah, I was going up. The only lights I seen was in the operating room. But I did hear the voice, and I don't know if it was my papa. I don't know if it was God. I don't know who it was. But like I said, I haven't heard my papa's voice since I was 4 years old. So I just remember the voice saying, you're not ready yet. Yeah, it was like sticking on it. I'm ready to go, but you're not ready yet. Go back, is what I heard. In a way, I think that's what their great spirit was Christ. Good night, Max. You have a great night. Thank you. I enjoyed talking to you too, honey. As far as bright lights, the only bright lights, okay, as far as bright lights, the only bright lights I remember is from the operating room. But I remember the voice saying, I remember the doctor saying, Mrs. Brown, don't you leave me, Mrs. Brown, get back here. Miss Brown, Miss Brown, Miss Brown, Miss Brown. And then I remember a voice telling me, you're not ready yet, go back. I don't know what I got to get ready for or what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I love Bob Marley. Well, now I'll tell you something that happened when I was little. This was after my papa's died. Um, I was probably 5, maybe. Anyway, I went to bed, and all of a sudden, I woke up. The whole room was white. I mean, white. And I remember my papas coming in. My papas were in suits. They come and got me. They took me to the back door, and standing out in the yard was Jesus. Okay. So I remember walking over to Jesus, and Jesus taking me by the hand. We walked down to the pond where my ducks were. And Jesus was talking to me, and he says, I want you to remember something. And I said, what's that? He said, you've got a purpose. I said, okay. He goes, I want you to mind your mom and daddy. I need you to do everything you're told to do. He said, I will be telling you to do things as you get older. And he said, you need to do them. And I said, all right. And I remember him walking me back to the house. And I remember looking at him and saying, please don't leave me. And he looked at me and smiled. And he said, child, I will never leave you. I will always be with you. So he walked me to the back door. My papa and my papa were still standing there. So my papa's grabbed me by the hand, and we walked into my mom and dad's room. And Papa Cecil was standing on my mama's side of the bed. Papa Joe was standing on my daddy's side of the bed, and I was standing in the middle. And they were talking to me. And they said, when your mom and daddy gets up in the morning, tell them we love them. I said, okay, I will. And so they walked me back to my bedroom. They tucked me in bed. I begged them not to leave me. They said, honey, we will always be with you. Go to sleep. And as soon as they said go to sleep, I was out. Well, I get up the next morning, and I'm sitting there at the kitchen table with, well, it's actually the bar. It was a bar that you sit at to eat. And we're sitting there, and mom and dad was a talking. And when they looked up at me, I looked at them and I smiled. I said, Papa Joe and Papa Cecil told me to tell y'all that they love you. And they got this weird look on their face. They said, what are you talking about? I said, we went in y'all's room last night. And I said, we were standing there and they were talking to me and told me to tell y'all that they loved you. And Mama goes, so you was in our room? I said, yeah. And she said, so Daddy was in the room too? I said, yeah, Papa was in the room too. And Dad looked at me and goes, and Daddy was in the room. And I said, yeah. And I said, do y'all remember seeing them? And they looked at me and said, yeah, baby, we remember seeing them. So it was not a dream. So for my parents to remember it, there was no way that was a dream. So the Jesus thing had to have happened. Every I just wish I knew what I was here for. Oh, so I don't know. I just wish he would tell me, hey, this is what I want you to do. But I guess when the time is right, he'll tell me what he wants me to do. And then once I get it done, I guess my time will be done. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, he is. And that's a that's a memory I'll never forget. Well, I do my best. If he lays something on my heart, I do my best. I do my best to do what he tells me to do. Oh, and that's neat, Red. Well, the thing of it is, people need to understand what people need to understand. God is real. Therefore, God being real, demons are real, the devils are real. People need to understand it. Hey, Freedom, how are you doing, honey? I hit 2K. I'm blown away. I am blown away. And I mean, it's y'all that did it. I mean, I didn't hit it. Y'all hit the 2K. Y'all did this. Y'all and the glory of God did that. So, uh, so what have you been up to today for you? Yep, we're always at war. When you said stuck on the road of Florida and Georgia line, I just thought of a song. So I thought, what? That's right. That's for me. That's for me and my house. We will serve the Lord. Oh, that sounds good, Josh. Josh, I try to be a good person, but I am human. I have my bad days. I have days that, well, just proves I'm human. Oh no. Are you in a pickup or are you in a rig? Hello, Sharon. How are you, darling? How's those goats, dogs, and chickens? Oh, Ranger. Darn. Honey, if I was there, I'd come help. I'd probably get lost. You'd be gone by the time I got there. No, I don't want to destroy nobody. That, that's just like I said the other night. I wouldn't even wish my ex-husband on my worst enemy. They deserve better than that. Sorry. Nah, I'll take that back. My ex-husband, he's a good guy. He just had his priorities in the wrong spot. We were both young and dumb, is all I can say. But as far as a nice guy, he's a nice guy. He's just not very nice when he's drinking. But as far as a nice guy goes, he is a very nice guy. Because I don't want to badmouth him. I would never badmouth him to my kids. And hi, Cynthia. Oh no, they're not. Ooh, they're not. Well, Josh, in a way that I understand, but the good Lord does say He's got somebody there for everyone. So, and I finally met mine. So, and me and Rick's been together now for 27 years. Yeah, 27 years. And I ain't gonna lie, there's been times I've wanted to knock him in the head and tell God he died, and he's wanted to do the same to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Red. What's behind my name is I had a little pug. Her name was Itsy Bitsy Baby, and I called her Bitty Boo. She blessed my life for 11 years, and she passed away after I had my stroke. And once she passed away, I went and had this shirt made, and this is Bitty right here. And then I decided to do a YouTube channel, and I called it Bitty Boo's Homestead in honor of her. So it's not very funny, but it's my way to honor my best friend. I will be uh, I will be 51 this year, Jamie. Or yeah, Jamie. I'll be 51 this year. But yeah, the name of my homestead is Bitty Boo's Homestead because of my little pup. That when we got the pug, we didn't know it. She was sick, and I had her less than 24 hours, and this little thing was just deathly ill. And I took her to the vet, and I said, "Can you do something?" And she was so tiny. She was so tiny they couldn't even put an IV in her veins because she was that little. Anyway, she had parvo. And the only time she would cheer up, I mean, when I got off, before I went to work, I went and visited that pup. When I had lunch, I went to the vet and visited that pup. When I got off work, I went to the vet and visited that pup. He had her for a week, and he looked at me. He said, "Take her home to let her die." He said, "Because the only time she cheers up is when you come in." And I was like, "There is no way that baby's gonna. I can't just bring her home to let her die." So I got to noticing because I always kept her right beside my heart. And I got to noticing she's licking right here. She's always licking right there. And I thought, how am I going to get this dog hydrated? So I went and bought Pedialyte, the unflavored Pedialyte. I put that Pedialyte in my mouth and let it drip on my chin, and she would lick it up. And she would lick it up. And then next thing we went through a bottle of Pedialyte. And then that night she slept with me, and when she'd start whining, wanting something to drink, I'd put Pedialyte in my mouth and let it drip on my chin, and she'd lick it off. Well, the next morning we got up, that little dog was a totally different dog. She was running, she was playing, and so I took her to the vet. I guess it was a few days later, and I said, "You know that little pug that you told me to take home and let die?" He said, "Yeah." I pulled her out of my pocket and set her on the table. She was bouncing and playing and growling at him and pulling on his shirt. And he said that it was just the love that I had for her and that she had for me that kept her alive. Oh, yes, please pray for Joe's husband. He needs prayers badly, please. But thank you, Robert and Cindy. Well, y'all, I'm going to have to get off of here. Uh, would y'all like to have a word of prayer before we go off? I'm waiting for people to answer. Yes. All right. If y'all don't mind, we'll do prayers. Does anybody need anybody on the prayer list other than uh, Joe? If y'all need somebody that needs to be on the prayer list, please put their name in the link. I'll write it down and we'll do a prayer. I know this is probably unconventional. A lot of people is probably going to be thinking, what is a crazy lady doing? But this crazy lady loves God. So, right. Janet needs her mama. Red needs her kids prayed for. All right. Robert's sister-in-law. Travis and Matthew. Yeah, we'll pray for Joe and her son and her husband. Adam. Do we have anybody else? Josh's mom. All right. Elena? Or is it Elena? All right, Jamie, your whole family. All right. Yeah. Y'all will please bow your heads and we'll get started. Now I'm not the most immaculate, but the Lord listens to me. So most righteous heavenly Father, Lord, I lift Janet's mom up to you, Joe's husband, Red's kids, Travis and Matthew, Robert's sister-in-law Amy, Ida Mae, Josh's mom, Elena, and Jamie's family. Lord, if you will, you know exactly what's wrong with these people and you know what they need. If it be in your will, Lord, please heal them. Be with their loved ones, Lord, that's going through this with them. And may you heal them and help them and just hold them tight, Lord, and just be with each and every one of them because you're the only one that can do anything to change this, Lord. And Lord, if there's anybody here that needs you in their life, that does not know you, May they open up their heart and let you in, Lord, so they'll see the light. This I ask in your name, because you're the only one that can do anything to, to cure anything, and that can lift these people from drugs and just all sorts of problems, God. This I ask in your name. Amen. Like I said, I ain't the most immaculate, but he listens. He knows what I'm trying to say. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. And before I close out, I want y'all to know, and again, that the world is a better place because you're in it. Do not ever, ever forget it. I love you, each and every one. I may not know you personally. I may not have ever met you, but I've met you in my heart. I love you. Y'all take care. Bye. You're welcome, sweetheart. I will try to see y'all tomorrow night because, like I said, I want to know how everybody's doing. And I want to be here in case somebody needs me. I love y'all. I don't think it's going to be.